Good morning, everybody. It is December 5th, and I'm still sick. How are you, Jen?
I am doing good. Happy
Awesome. And
Thursday.
happy Thursday. Andrew is away today. He's at a conference in the United States and enjoying a good time. I should probably share a picture, but that would be cruel. But he just sent us
It's a
one.
good one.
I'm not sure what he graduated from, but it's a good one.
It is a good one.
Anyway, we have a lot to cover today. So it's been a rock and roll. Oh my God.
Early
Okay.
December.
Early December. Yes. So it feels like, well, it's been a rock and roll fall. We started out pretty slow, I feel, and then we picked up. And so let's just see what's exactly happening with the market so far. It's very weird doing this just myself. Ugh. All right. So if you like the show, please obviously like us on here. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel on the Victoria Real Estate Show on Facebook, and also follow us each on YouTube. And if you have questions, please comment. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget, if you know somebody who needs this information, please share it. All right. So what's been happening the last 7 days? Last week, oh, I have the wrong date there, but it's the end of November, 145 new listings and 171 pending. That's correct. And this past week, we have 153 new listings, so slightly up with 111 pending. How have you been finding it?
Very busy. Very busy for a December too, which is
Yeah,
not the norm.
yeah. So we do
Yeah.
have some people who are price decreasing. We had 80 last week, 63 this week. And then you'll see again at the end of the month, we have a big bump in the number of solds at 261. That's normal. So, and then the expireds are way up, and that's because people are shutting down their listings. I think if you really want to sell, keep it on. What do you think?
I think it's tough, right? Because how many people are really shopping in over the December winter months? But like you said, those that really want to sell and need to sell, you might as well keep it on,
Yeah, I find for myself, I've gotten some clients really great deals shopping over Christmas.
right?
And it's true, there's no competition. So, you know, it's those long weekends and shopping when nobody else is shopping, right? And then buying when nobody else, when you're less likely to have the competition. Anyway, we'll
Yep,
see.
yep.
Okay, so these are our Monday stats. So this past Monday, we had 551 net unconditional sales. That's compared to 394. So the rush that we're experiencing is real. We are a little lower on new listings compared to last year at 803. And we had 885 last year. And compared to the week before in November, we had 656 new listings. So we were up a bit, about 150. And net unconditional sales overall, we were up from 425 to 551. So the market is brisk, and active listings are down. So that's why we're seeing a bit of the rush. And do you think that the US and the provincial elections affected things in a positive way, our market? Like, do you think
Um,
it prompted people to start moving? That and the interest rate, and like just knowing?
yes, 100%, most definitely. Like that, there's more. Um, what's the word? Like people are just more comfortable in knowing that more security that rates are not going up. Rates are in a downward trend,
Okay.
which then
And
frees up money. and people are more willing to spend.
Okay, so that brings us to our announcement. So when is the next interest rate announcement?
It is on December 11th, this next Wednesday. Um, there's we're trying to see, and there's definitely lots of economists that are, placing bets whether it's going to be a half a percentage point reduction or a quarter percentage point. The most recent numbers that were released this past Friday on the GDP, these were not good numbers, so that increases the chance of a deeper rate cut.
Great. I say great because I signed a variable
Fingers
rate
crossed.
mortgage.
Yeah, yes, me too. I'm in variable. I've gone through the storm, and am glad that interest rates are in a downward trend. That's for sure.
So the money is moving from the banks back into the hands of the people. That's how I feel.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Our money
And
doesn't cost as much. Now, I wish the US dollar would, or our Canadian dollar would get stronger compared to the US dollar, and that's something that I don't know um, what the forecast is around that, but I would like to know.
do you think do you think that there is optimism that the rate will go down next year as well?
Most definitely, yeah. I should say most definitely. That's the current outlook, is that
Right.
rates are going to continue to go down another, like, over 1%.
But because housing sales are still still a part of the uh, how we determine what inflation is, the fact that it
Mhm.
might cause a bump in the market actually might hurt us because of inflation going up.
Yes and no. I mean, so far with the rate drops that they've done, there really hasn't been a significant increase in housing sales. So that's then leading them to go, okay, well, we need to decrease rates more. They're not getting that bump.
Okay, well, let's see what's going on. Nice segue. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. You're right. Total This is actually total active listings over the past 2 years. So right now we're around 2,800. Last year around this time, we were also around 2,800, but we went through a seasonal dip, which is normal in December and January, and we reached higher numbers in the spring. So this is what it's showing us is the total active listings went up. And then you can see we've kind of returned to what is I consider to be a normal market where we have the spring rush, the summer lull, and the fall rush. Definitely busy months this past May and September. And that followed the same rhythm as the previous year. And I used to say to my husband when I got into real estate, we're in a busy month. This is always a busy month.
Yes.
I'm I'm surprised November isn't higher in terms of sales, but you can see it's been a fairly steady fall here with on average around 600 sales a month. So, and Andrew is texting us funny pictures. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so where does this lead us to in the list to sale ratio? We are definitely in a seller's market. So we've bumped up from the spring and fall. We had a good spring, we had a slow summer, and we bumped up again for the fall. So we're back into a seller's market from a balanced market. And this just means that we're entering into more multiple offers. This past week, we had a multiple offer. And Jen was a mortgage broker for this client, and we had three parties who were interested, and we ended up winning by bidding
Yay.
$2,000 over asking.
Awesome. And so seller's market means that those people that are wanting to do that subject to the sale of their home, that's going to be more and more challenging.
Yeah, and quite seriously, it really depends on where you are. It's not a seller's market in Souk,
Right.
right? Like it's going to be a seller's, this is an average. So it's going to be a seller's market in the core. And then, like in May of 2023, it was hot everywhere.
Hmm.
So, and we were looking at a 50% list to sale ratio. There was a property down the street from me that went on the market. The agent was talking about pricing before it went on. And we were like, because it's an acre, but it's not a conventional acre, it's not a conventional house. And she ended up pricing it really low to get it sold. And they had 38 viewings. And I think during COVID, it would have sold like with 12 offers. And I think they ended up getting 3 offers and they got barely above asking.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for a low ball listing. So,
Hmm.
so people are being picky is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
If you have a Dodge Caravan type house that's like normal and people are used to that configuration, those are going well.
Cookie cutter, we call it.
Cookie cutter, I call it the
Yeah.
bread and butter listing
Dodge
that sells
Caravan.
easily. Okay, so I'm sure in 20 years we're going to look at this line and see that it's flat. But 2 years ago, our average price was between 1.15 and 1.2. We peaked in July of 2023. And I always wonder if these are when the completions happen or when the pendings happen. I think it's completion. So this number makes sense because it was an active market in May of 2023. And then now we're back down just over 1.2 million, which is so funny because when I got into real estate and right around the time I first met you, the average house price was 399. So there you go. Thank you, Danny.
Right.
All right, so condos, 2 years ago, we were just over 600, around 620. A year ago, we were down to 550. So it's kind of been an up and down market. Part of it has been with the rental rules changing and there being a glut of condos on the market, but it's ended up being fairly steady throughout the year, and we're averaging just over 600 right now. All right, row townhouses, we always talk about this being the least available amount of product on the market. And interesting, I had a listing on Richardson Street, which was a modern townhome. And when I'm looking back at my real estate statistics, my website, and all my listings, it was one of my most popular listings. We ended up pricing it $75,000 over the closest listing and getting an offer in 3 days. So, as I
Hmm.
said, it really depends on what you're pricing and where you're pricing it.
Very sharp decreases and increases.
Yeah, so part of that is it's seasonal. Do you see the
Oh
decrease
yeah, yeah,
that are
yeah.
happening?
December 2022, December 2023.
So remember I was saying you can get a deal at certain times of the
Hmm.
year. So you see
That
how just
confirms
seasonally.
it.
Yeah.
The stats never lie.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a shark, baby. I'm a shark. Okay, just looking at previous price comparison, this is an awkward chart, but I'm just going to go through it really simply. So average house price in Greater Victoria was $1,229,000, and the median price was $1,144,000. When I look at these numbers, the median price dictates where the pressure is. So that says to me it's going. So it was down 0.5% last month and up 2.9% from last year. We're looking at single family homes in all other areas are at 1,100,000, and this is down from last year where it was 1,094,000, and in November of last year it was 853,000. So it's picking up a bit in the core and as well in the outlying areas. Condo apartments, the average price was 613,000 in November of 2023. The median was 543. So again, the downward pressure there. And in October of 2024, it was 591, and fairly steady November 2023 at 600. So interesting. Row townhouses
Very,
were eight. Sorry, go ahead.
very interesting. And I know this is Andrew's favorite chart.
He hates this chart.
Yes,
Um,
but
row,
it's good information.
it is good. Row townhouses average were 832, median were 760. So that's interesting to me. Again, the median is lower than the average. The October 2024 price was 811, so we've come up a little bit. And in November 2023, we're at 855, so we're down year over year by 2.6%. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. Okay, so I have one more stat that I thought was interesting. So they do an analysis of where the buyers come from, and 90.88% of the buyers in Victoria are from BC. 8.23% are not from BC, and just less than 1% are non-Canadians. So
Wow.
it used to be about 3.5%.
It'd be interesting to compare this to Alberta. Because
Mm,
I've noticed this year a lot of clients have left BC and moved to Alberta or Saskatchewan or Nova Scotia.
huh. Well, for buyers from outside Victoria, 67% are from elsewhere in BC. 29%, 29.52% are from elsewhere in Canada. So that's of the outside Victoria. And then 3.23% are for non-Canadian. So I I have found some Canadians repatriating with non-Canadians.
Hmm.
So, yes, interesting, isn't it?
Yes, very.
So, what's going on with you in your market?
Well, we've got some changes, big changes coming December 15th, which is, of course, a Sunday. So technically, there are changes as of December 16th. The big one is a 30-year amortization available for first-time homebuyers with an insured mortgage, so meaning they've got less than a 20% down payment, as well as the ability to have an insured mortgage up to a purchase price of 1.5 million.
Do you think
What is
that's going to
interesting?
push prices up?
Yes, a
I do
little bit.
too.
Yep, yep. Because lots of people, they're kind of caught because they don't have that 20% down payment in our market, right? But they're stuck at that 1 million mark. So this will remove that. We are still patiently waiting for formal information from the insurers and our governing body with all the fine print to these changes. We have not received that yet, and it's taking place in 10 days. So a little bit frustrating, but typical.
Yeah, I just want to say that that's very typical. We often get the announcement that a change is coming, and then we're like,
Okay,
what are the details
well,
regarding that?
when? Yeah, the one detail I do know is that for the 30-year amortization for an insured mortgage, there is a increase to the insurance premium, so the CMHC insurance premium of 0.2%. So it's important because we now need to factor that into the qualifying.
Okay, so if you have a mortgage of a 1.5 million, 0.2% is $30,000?
Significant. To the insurance premium. So
Okay,
based on your minimum down payment, if your insurance premium is 4%, it would be 4.2.
okay, gotcha.
But
What
I
so
mean, the
what is that
insurance
real
premium,
numbers then? Tell me real numbers.
let's see, give me 2 seconds. Let's base it on, it's gonna be ugly based on 1.5.
Let's do 1.2.
Um,
So you have $300,000 down.
okay, so you got a mortgage of 900. So I'm just gonna go to my cheat sheet here, times 4.2%. Your insurance premium that gets added to your mortgage is 37,800 versus
Mhm.
36,000. So it's an increase to the premium of $1,800.
Okay.
But it's potentially making that difference of qualifying as well. So you're now able to qualify for a slightly higher purchase price with less money down.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of people right now waiting to see what's gonna be happening with the market?
Yes, myself and another broker in our office here, we do. I've got clients that have actually purchased, and we're waiting on December 16th. We'll be looking to get the approval updated with a 30-year amortization. So
Right.
it's going to be a busy day, December 16th.
So are they, like, what are you looking at in terms of the reduced cost per month because of the amortization?
It's significant. I mean, it's a couple $100 a month for sure, and it definitely helps with the qualifying piece.
Yeah.
And as of right now, they're not, from my understanding, most lenders are not increasing the interest rate, because that can happen too. Is that, okay, well, if you're gonna go with a 30-year mortgage, the interest rate is gonna be 0.1% higher. And
Mhm.
yeah, so for an insured mortgage, from my understanding with most lenders that I'm working with, there's only one that I know of that is increasing the interest rate to go with a
Oh,
30-year.
that seems, counterproductive if you wanna sell mortgages.
Yes and no. I mean, this particular lender also has a higher prime rate, but how they market it is that their interest rate is lower because it looks like their discount off of prime is higher, but technically it's the same. So
You're
it's,
speaking a bit Greek to me, but
I
I
know, I
understand what
don't.
you're saying.
That's why you want a mortgage broker to look at this fine print and make sure we're choosing the right lender and you're not, walking in blind to your bank.
Exactly. So yesterday, I'm signing a mortgage for our property, and I'm going through and I'm like, just making sure of a few things. It's variable rate. What's the penalty if we want to pay early? Can we prepay? These are all
Yes.
considerations people need to talk about. Oh, and Andrew's here. Hello, Andrew.
Hello. Hey, thought I'd just jump in and
Welcome.
say hello. Hi, guys. What
And
are we talking about?
you graduated. What did you graduate from?
It's the property management slash. It's a CRM that I've been using, but it's related to property management, which I'm not doing yet, but I might get into, and just having a great time here in Austin. So it was a late night last night. These guys put on a good show.
Where are you? In the stairwell?
Yeah, I'm in a stairwell where it's quiet because the vent is happening next door, and so I mean everybody's got their hats off now. But I should have worn my hat. But here's the venue.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, what are we talking about? What's going on?
Oh,
What's
we're
going on in the
doing the
world of
monthly
Victoria?
market update,
Oh
and
yeah.
I just want to say how important it is to do the professional development. Like, it's a really good thing to keep you up to date, because you can
It sure is.
get behind if you don't do it.
There are so many nuggets of good, useful information that I'm picking up from these people who do a parallel business to us. And they look at it from a bit of a different lens, and I'm really fascinated by that. And it's so good to get, continuing education both within your area of expertise, but also outside of it, because there are so many wise people in this world. They're not just realtors and mortgage brokers.
Yeah, I was telling somebody yesterday, like, most of my training's actually being outside of real estate. So I really am unconventional in how I think compared to other realtors.
Do you think so? I mean, yes, you do have, but I think I've noticed about our colleagues is we have a lot of colleagues who do come into real estate later in life or from another career, and just so many different ways in approaching the business. We're all, I mean, there's definitely a stereotype realtor that people kind of think of when they think of the stereotypical realtor, but they always say, but my realtor's different. And it's true, because we're all different.
Yeah. Okay, we're actually gonna log off, but we just did a monthly market update. So if you want to go back on and watch it, and then you can maybe give us your comments in the chat.
Okay, so did a quick one. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys then, and
well, we
Okay.
really focused on your favorite chart, your favorite one.
absolutely, I love that chart. I love that chart. Just get right in there, dig in deep, you guys. Dig in.
Andrew, how do people reach you?
Okay, they can reach me at 250-360-6106. I'm 2 hours ahead right now. It's currently 11. It's noon. About to have lunch. Give me a call, 250-360-6106. Email me, info@andrewplank.com. And we just changed the name of our team to the Vibe Collective, no longer the Vibe Real Estate Group, because it more represents what we're looking to accomplish here as a collective of excellent realtors all coming together. And you can check out the website there at realvibe.ca.
Okay. And Jen, how do people reach you?
I am at 250-217-4925. Email is jen@jenlow.ca, and website is jenlow.ca.
All right. And sorry for it being so. My name is Jane Johnston. You can reach me at 250-744-0775. My email is briarhillgroup@gmail.com. Please visit our website at briarhillgroup.com. And you can look at our shows and more at victoriarealestateshow.com. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at realtyteacher_remax_Victoria or the Briar Hill Group. All righty. We'll see you next week, and then maybe that'll be your last one till the new year. Okay?
Looks like it. Yeah, sounds good. Okay,
All
everybody.
right.
Sounds great.
Happy
Okay.
December. We'll see you later.
Okay, take care,
Bye.
everybody. Have a great week.
Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.